Long ago, in the heart of the African savannah, there was a kingdom known as Chibanda, where prosperity flourished under the reign of King Kumbale. However, greed and betrayal soon turned his trusted council against him. In their envy of his power, the council conspired to overthrow him by invoking a forbidden curse from an ancient sorcerer. The curse transformed King Kumbale into a horrifying creature. A towering man-scorpion with a human torso, the tail and pincers of a scorpion, and venom as deadly as his fury. Banished to the scorching dunes, he became a legend of terror, the Scorpion King, who sought revenge on any who dared cross his path. Generations later, the kingdom was in ruins, and travelers spoke of hearing whispers in the winds. Rumors that the Scorpion King still haunted the savannah, hunting those driven by greed. Centuries passed, and tales of the Scorpion King's treasure lured adventurers and thieves to the savannah. Among them was Tunda, a young nomad desperate to save his starving village. Tunda had heard of the Crimson Pearl, a gem said to be hidden in the Scorpion King's lair and capable of granting endless wealth. Ignoring the warnings of the village elders, Tunda set out with a small group of treasure hunters. They carried weapons, charms, and courage born of desperation. As they ventured deeper into the savannah, they found claw marks etched into the ground and eerie silence that seemed to follow them. One night, as they camped under the stars, they were awakened by an ominous clicking sound. Tunda's heart raced as a massive shadow moved across the dunes. "Turn back now," a voice boomed, deep and echoing like thunder. "Greed leads only to your end." The group pressed on despite the warning. They eventually stumbled upon a canyon shrouded in mist, a place where the bones of many adventurers lay scattered. At the center of the canyon stood a massive mound of treasures, glittering under the sun. Among them was the Crimson Pearl, glowing like a heart of fire. As Tunda reached for the pearl, the ground trembled and the Scorpion King emerged. His human face twisted with rage, his pincers clashing with a sound that echoed through the canyon. "You dare steal from me!" he roared. A fierce battle ensued. The Scorpion King's venomous tail struck down two of Tunde's companions, while the others fled in terror. Tunde, armed only with a dagger and his wits, stood his ground, realizing that brute strength alone could not defeat the creature. Pinned against the canyon wall, Tunda recalled a story his grandmother had told him about the Scorpion King. He was cursed not by the gods, but by his own greed. The pearl you seek holds his torment. Only by releasing it will his wrath subside. Summoning his courage, Tunda called out, "Kumbale, I know your pain. Your greed destroyed your kingdom, just as it will destroy me if I take your treasure. I will not repeat your mistake." The Scorpion King paused, his rage faltering. "You speak of what none have dared to understand," he growled, "but words alone cannot undo the past." Tunde offered the pearl back to the Scorpion King, saying, "Take it. I will leave with nothing but the lesson you have taught me." As Tunda surrendered the pearl, a blinding light engulfed the canyon. The Scorpion King's monstrous form began to crack and crumble like old stone, revealing a weary but human King Kumbale beneath. The curse was lifted, and the treasures vanished, leaving only barren earth. The spirit of King Kumbale spoke, "You have shown humility and wisdom, young one. Let my story guide your people, for greed will only bring ruin. Return to your village with my blessing, and may your selflessness be your true wealth." Tunde found himself back at the edge of the savannah, holding a small pouch of seeds, a gift from King Kumbale's spirit. These seeds, when planted, would provide endless harvests for his people. Tunda returned to his village, planting the seeds and sharing the story of the Scorpion King. The barren land soon bloomed with crops, and the village prospered without the need for treasure. Tunda became a respected elder, teaching the next generation the value of humility and selflessness. The savannah, once feared as the Scorpion King's domain, became a place of renewal and reverence. Travellers who passed through spoke not of curses, but of the young man who tamed the greed within himself and saved his people. The story of the Scorpion King became a legend, passed down as a cautionary tale to remind all that true wealth lies in wisdom and sacrifice.